Hi folks, Steve Capozzi here at the Adventuring and Camping School in Northeast Thailand. In this video I'm only going to talk about the tripod, the main elements of a good tripod. It's got to support your weight. When you make the tripod, you've got to test it by grabbing the A-frame, and it has to support your weight. Like that. That's it. That's a perfect tripod. The other one's the same, and I did the same for the SAS style raised bed. This tripod, which I prefer, is basically an A-frame. There are two A pieces. These are about 6 feet long. They could be 4 or 5 feet long. 6 feet's fine. You need overlap on top as well, because you need to adjust the cordage and connection points, so you want some overlap. So 5-6 feet long is fine. The third tripod piece doesn't even need to be connected. I had the same thing for the SAS style bed. The third tripod piece needs to be generally a bigger piece, longer and heavier to get that weight. So the A-frame leans up against the third tripod piece, and it doesn't even need to be connected to the A-frame. I'm going to get up close now and show you what I'm talking about here. Let's have a close look at the A-frame tripod. So you've got the A-frame here. Your main connection is going to be there, and I'm using wire to start off with. If you've got nothing, that's a different question, but let's just start with, you've got some cordage, you've got some materials, and wire, in my mind, is starting to become a very good cordage to use. You can use wire, it doesn't weigh much, you can have coils of wire in your pack, and you can make snares and so forth, but I don't talk about that yet. So wire is a very good cordage. Your A-frame needs to be connected, and your third piece, which is a longer, heavier and thicker piece, maybe 7-8 feet long, at least 2 inches, preferably 3 or 4 inches in diameter, and the A-frame simply rests up against that third piece, and you can see how it took my weight. And your A-frame needs to be just leaning back a bit, and it's never going to move. Now you may need to make 3 notches in the tripod A-frame. I'm using bamboo here. Bamboo is a great natural resource, but it does have some drawbacks. And for a tripod A-frame, it does have drawbacks. It's very light and slippery. So if I come on this side, I've had to make 3 notches. There's a notch in the main tripod beam, just so it can sit in there. A notch where these 2 pieces go in together, so they can sit in. And a notch behind for the wire cordage to rest. If you don't make those notches, now you don't always need those notches, but it can be hard to get a good connection that stays in place. Let's have a quick look at this tripod over here. This is the one I used for my SAS style raised bed. There's no notches. It's got wire, a third beam. The third beam, the tripod support, isn't even connected. And I can get up there, an elephant can get up there, no problem, and it won't move an inch. So that's going to support my weight, no worries at all. But because they were thick 2-inch beams, you can just make a better connection with wire. Now maybe you can do the same to bamboo and so forth, or small poles, but just bear in mind you may need those 3 notches. The A-frame's connected, the third tripod support's larger, 7-8 feet long, maybe 3 inches in diameter and longer. If you have some sort of a tool, my machete's got a blunt end, you just scoop out a bit of a hole and put all 3 points into a small shallow hole, and they just won't go anywhere. So there it is. So that is a proper tripod that you want to make. It supports my weight, so it's going to support a ridge pole coming across to another tripod, which is the same setup here. That's using timber poles, about 1.5 inch in diameter, and there was a notch. Yes, there was a notch on one of them. And the third piece Yes, it was notched. Okay, so I've got notches in that one as well. But you can see how the big one here's got no notches. Okay, so that was the main video for the good features of a tripod. And I'll see you for the next videos.